What's good? Reflections, how y'all feeling today, man? I'm live, yo. Okay, so I wanted to do this live about, people keep asking me about, the circumstances with the documentary with young Pharaoh and the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X. And can I get my opinion about that? What are my thoughts about that? And I wanted to share it. What's going on, y'all? Y'all come on now. I wanted to share that. Hey, y'all can bring me that tripod? Alright. I wanted to give you my opinion and my thoughts on that. First, I want to say this. Okay, thank you. On my journey, what I learned about this whole thing is it's not about race. This is not about race. All right. Essentially, it's not about race. It's about who's smarter than who. Okay. It's who's the smartest and who's the dumbest. There is no such thing as racism. I think that a lot of these leaders today are using melanated people and their struggle. Melanated people and their struggle as an excuse. But there is no... This is not about race. This is about who's the wisest, who's the smartest. And even black people are trying to outsmart white people by using the race card, by using reparations and slavery, and for using reverse psychology on them to get them to be more merciful, to feel bad so that they could benefit and get what they want. So this is not about race, okay? Never been. And once you get a grasp on that, you realize this is just man in his mind trying to outsmart the next man. That's all. He's using whatever he can. Just like slavery. Slavery was... black people were close to nature. We didn't understand the mind of the white man. So that's why he was able to outsmart us like he outsmarts all animals. We were more animal people. The indigenous people of the land were more animalistic people. We didn't understand concepts. And this is why we got outsmarted. This is why we got into slavery, because we were outsmarted. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how smart you are, how conscious you are, how wise you are. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a lot of people will use race, like young Pharaoh using the race to become whatever he needs to be, to do whatever he wants to do. He'll use race. He'll use the black woman. He'll use whatever he needs to use psychologically to do whatever his intentions are to do. So it doesn't matter to these people online, whether they're getting money or it supports their lifestyle. Everyone is trying to outsmart the next person. Like, that's what it's all about. It's not about race. Now, don't get me wrong. If people look like you, more than likely you have a closer bond to them, right? But even then, that doesn't mean shit, because look at how we treat each other and we look like each other. We're all trying to outsmart each other to get what we want done and make what we want happen during this lifetime. So once you understand this in totality, you'll understand that it's bigger than race. It's bigger than what all these people are talking about. It's bigger than all that. Now, when it comes to Malcolm X, had got a little jealous of Elijah Muhammad over a woman. And Malcolm X started to look into things that he shouldn't have been snooping into. It wasn't his job to snoop into certain things that he's seen. And so what he found out versus his ego or his personality, which is he was an honorable person. Malcolm X wanted to do the right thing regardless, but he had motive because of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that once Malcolm X had found out the things that Elijah Muhammad was doing and did not understand those things because of there being a little bit of jealousy there over a woman or whatever, Malcolm X made himself a target. You know what I'm saying? So Malcolm X didn't snitch right away. You know what I'm saying? But here's what you got to understand. Elijah Muhammad was running the whole nation. And what he was doing was bigger than what Malcolm had to expose or try to expose to try to destroy what was going on. And so black people wanted, or Elijah Muhammad wanted to protect that more than anything. You know, wanted to protect the fact that the people was together, we was united. And why over this little stupid shit that you can't understand, him having wives or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can't understand that. Why would you destroy everything? So he became a target. So Malcolm X, in his dignity, in his mind, his pride, he could not fathom, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, what the fuck going on? And what gave him more motive is that he had got that white pregnant that he liked. So, you know, it was his own ego and his own pride, own dignity, own morals that he was compelled by. On top of that, to even look into what Elijah Muhammad was doing was jealousy. So Malcolm X knew he was a dead man because of what he wanted to say he stood for. But what you don't know, and if you ain't reading between the lines, was the fact that there was a woman that he was in love with and he got jealous. He got power hungry. I mean, Malcolm X was a Taurus with an Aries moon. And these people love power, you know what I'm saying? And, so there was a bit of jealousy there. But also pride, because they're very honorable people. So there was a lot of pride and a lot of dignity there. And so Malcolm X, as soon as he couldn't agree with Elijah Muhammad, he knew damn well that he was going to face death. You see what I'm saying? But he did not go snitch on Elijah Muhammad at first. This is what people don't understand. He just wanted to leave the nation. But just in him leaving the nation would bring up enough press for people to start to see that there was turmoil inside the nation because he was the spokesman. So if he left the nation, it was like blood in and blood out. It's like once you join a gang, you know what I'm saying, whether he went silently and didn't say anything, because he said in his own words that he was not going to say anything until they attempted to kill him. Then he was like, fuck it, if I'm going to die, I'm going to snitch everybody out. I'm going to tell a white man what y'all doing. Fuck it. This is what Malcolm X did. Malcolm X said, fuck it. If y'all going to kill me and I'm trying to be silent and just walk away because I don't agree with what y'all doing, I'm not going to snitch on y'all. I just don't agree with what y'all doing. So Malcolm X was trying to walk away. He wanted to walk away peacefully, but he wasn't allowed to. So at the end of the day, they were going to kill him anyway because they had put too much on the line for Malcolm X to destroy what they built. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, once you're in a nation and you turn on a nation, and whether it's the United States of America, Russia, once you're in alliance, spokesman, whatever you are, CIA agent, and you go telling our secrets, you go telling anything that might put a bad name on our nation, you become a conflict in interest. You understand? So him walking away was a blood in, blood out thing. So Malcolm X wasn't trying to snitch at first. He was just trying to leave because he didn't agree with what Elijah Muhammad was doing in his own pride and as a man. So he said, I'm not going to do this. But that alone, him leaving, would send a sign out of turmoil. So I'm not saying Elijah Muhammad put a hit out on him. I'm saying that there were leaders in the community that seen him as a threat to what was being. And so they would sacrifice Malcolm X for them to keep moving. And there was nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with cutting off any conflict of interest, because there are people right now that the United States of America are looking for that have went to another country and fleed. And yeah, you know, like Tupac mom, you know what I mean, in Cuba. Yeah, they want her. The United States of America wants her. You see what I'm saying? And Cuba won't give her up. You see what I'm saying? So she's a traitor of the United States. The United States wants her, but Cuba will not give her up. But she's a traitor of a nation. There's plenty of people that are on a most wanted list. You see what I'm saying? So this would put him on a most wanted list in the nation of Islam. You have to understand that the nation of Islam considers themselves a nation in themselves. Although they don't have the land, there's still elation within themselves and have every right to get rid of any conflict of interest. And that's just how it goes. And Malcolm X knew this, even if he walked away silently, that he was a dead man. He knew that. So as soon as the fire happened at his house, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shada Shakur, that's what I'm saying. As soon as the fire happened at his house, he said, fuck it. If you're going to try to kill my kids, if you're going to try to kill me anyway, I'm just going to tell everything. And this is when Malcolm X decided to say, fuck it. I'm going to tell everything that I know and why I did what I did, and I know I'm a dead man. I'm going to die. I already know I'm going to die. I was going to die whether I said this or not, but let it be known, fuck it. He decided to say, fuck it. I'm going to let it all out. And so they dealt with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what men do. And then you can't look at Elijah Muhammad as in the black nation of Islam and say that they were wrong when this is how we do things. You understand what I'm saying? This is how we do things. You're on one hand saying that the Nation of Islam is wrong for getting rid of anybody that was in conflict of interest to their growth and us as a people, right? If we say Nation of Islam and I got a nation, you're saying that it wasn't okay. I'm sorry, I said Ashada Shakur. That's not his mom. This is a Black Panther lady. Excuse me. The black lady Ashada Shakur, who is a part of the Black Panthers that fled, they want her. The United States nation. Because we call ourselves the United States of America, we don't think that that's a nation. But that is a nation. So what the Nation of Islam was fucked up about is that you going to the white man and his nation to snitch on us about what we're doing when it is none of his business. So they're looking at Malcolm X as, okay, now we really gonna get this nigga because we got a shit. That's why he kept saying, get your hand out of my pocket. And so Malcolm X said, fuck it, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna let everything the reason why I left, I'm gonna let it be known, I'm gonna go public with it. And then they got him. So it is what it is. So I don't, on a broader level, as far as how things are, on a world level, on building the nation, there must be sacrifice at all times. You're going to get traitors. I have a nation. It's called Carbon Nation. I'm building a nation. So people leave here and throw monkey wrenches in what I'm doing all the time. All the time. Every time there's a traitor, there's someone that comes along, and if things don't go their way, they will leave and put you on blast and say, so I understand why the nation was protecting their well-being and their public eye and what they were doing, so they would get rid of anybody that would seep out anything that was, you know what I'm saying, going on. In the United States of America, who you are actually living for, working for, who young Pharaoh himself is basically snitching to. He's snitching to one nation about another nation. You're telling someone's business about one nation to another nation as if that nation had anything to fucking do with that nation. So this is why the Nation of Islam was so upset, because they feel that within their right as men that they were their own nation. Why the fuck would you go to the white man in his nation when he's corrupt as hell too? He has no right to judge what the fuck we're doing when this nigga is the corrupt of the corrupt. So when Malcolm X went to the white people, he knew that this would antagonize and put a bad name and make bad, you know what I'm saying? So he said, basically, Malcolm X said, well, if I'm going to go out, fuck you too. Because y'all going to kill me, bitch, fuck you too. And he said, I'm going to go out, I'm going to tell everything. And so I'm going to make it hard for you, since I ain't going to be alive, fuck it. So he went out and snitched. He snitched out everything that he knew, which was, you know, it was nobody's business, because a nation is a nation. That should stay in the nation. Whatever the nation's problems are, it's like me telling Russia what America's doing. You know, what America's leaders are doing. America's leaders are doing this. I mean, America's going to get upset with me, and they're going to off me. You know what I'm saying? Because I no longer want to be American. I'm going out to China and telling them all the secrets that's going on behind the scenes in America. So, you know what I'm saying? That government is going to be very mad at me and they're gonna try to come kill me. And so I'm a dead man, either way you look at it. So you're saying, so he knew that, and so that's what was going on, and no one wants to talk about that in particular part. But I thought that I should make some clarity about that. Before people just move on the subject, I haven't heard anybody speak about that yet, in totality about what was really going on. Number one, Elijah Muhammad had established a nation, had got black people together, cleaned them up, did very good work. Whatever he did, they became better. Motherfuckers was selling drugs, fucked up. He cleaned them up, got them upright, and they start working for themselves, and they start organizing. He got them to do that. You see what I'm saying? That man, Elijah Muhammad, I believe, deserved as many wives as he can get. That has nothing to do with anything. Elijah Muhammad can have all the wives. This nigga is the leader of the nation. He's the chief of that nation. He can have all the wives. It shouldn't matter how many wives he had. That's none of your motherfucking business. Why are you snooping in that man's business? It has nothing to do with you, nigga. You are here to speak the message to the people. That is not your business. That's not my lane. That's not my business. I'm snooping. You understand? I got enough with me having to be and do my job in the nation. So if you seen something you didn't like, you want to leave, fine, you left. But before you left, Elijah Muhammad, and there was other leaders that knew that you didn't like what Elijah Muhammad was doing. So that made you a conflict of interest. Whether you could understand what the brother was doing or not, it wasn't none of your motherfucking business. And if you want to leave and you know that you're one of the main leaders of the nation, then guess what? You a dead man. You know that you a dead man. You know what I'm saying? And no one ever looks at it like this, but this is what really happened. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? I don't see a problem with Elijah Muhammad having as many miles as he wanted, doing what he was doing. That man was way smarter than Malcolm X could ever be. You see what I'm saying? Malcolm X was just a messenger, my nigga. Elijah Muhammad was advanced. You know what I'm saying? He was looking at things from another whole state. Malcolm X was in his little feelings, and he was a messenger. He can put the message into it, but he wasn't on the God mind, like the real God mind that Elijah Muhammad was. And so he's seen that this brother had jealousy, vengeance. He was hurt because he thought it was supposed to be like this, but there was things that Elijah Muhammad couldn't talk to him about, certain things. He was a God. And so at the end of the day, he felt like, he didn't want to be a part of it no more. But that's like joining the Bloods and the Crips and saying, like, I don't want to be a part. Nigga, it's blood in, blood out. You feel me? And that's how it should be. The dedication that you should have to a nation should be blood in, blood out. You don't get to just hop out when you want to. Nah, nigga, this blood in, blood out. I agree with that, being that I am building a nation. It is no way a nation can be divided. I believe that if you dedicate yourself to something, that should be blood in, blood out, especially in the mission that was happening. You know, Elijah Muhammad wanted to take black people back to Africa, you know what I'm saying, and build our own. I respect that. I don't know what's happening with that now with the Nation of Islam, but I respect I read his book. I read the book, you know what I'm saying, and I respect his mind. And anybody that read or even listen to Elijah Muhammad, you have to respect that man. And I know that man had more knowledge than he displayed to us. He was a very smart man. And I like Malcolm X. He was a very intelligent man, but he was more of a mouthpiece. He was a messenger. He wasn't the man that was behind the man. He was a mouthpiece. And he got out of line. He wanted to do it himself. Got greedy. And one time I heard Farrakhan say that Elijah Muhammad he was sucking on Elijah Muhammad's lollipop, and then he didn't want to get that lollipop back. So this is just another way of looking at it, you know what I'm saying? And as far as young Pharaoh attacking Elijah Muhammad or the Nation of Islam, that ain't your business. Mind your business, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like, seriously, that you putting your life in danger because you are the type of person that deserves to get offed. Like, you are the type of person. And who are you telling this story to? You're telling this story to America. To this day, Nation of Islam got their own business, dog. So now you are putting yourself and aligning yourself with a snitch to a nation. And you deserve a snitch's reward. Young Pharaoh deserves a snitch's reward. Because you snitching, nigga. You deserve the same reward. It's a nation. They got their own business. It's none of your motherfucking business. You putting yourself in the business, but you think because it's on the internet and you know this is a trend today, trolling, but trolling gonna get your ass shot the fuck up. Trolling gonna get your ass bent the fuck out of shape. And I'm gonna be the first person to be like, nigga, you deserved it. I'm not gonna feel sorry for your ass. Because you stooping your motherfucking self in other people's business. Bitch, you wasn't born into the nation. That's none of your motherfucking business. Now, it's one thing to have an opinion, but shit, remember, every cause has an effect. And while we have freedom of speech, just know, ain't nothing in life free, nigga. Mind your motherfucking business. It ain't got shit to do with you. I'm being honest with you. Because at the end of the day, I'm building my nation. And one thing I hate is people to leave here and tell my motherfucking business. That shit boils my blood. I wish that I had the right to off certain people. Because anybody that's ever trying to do anything serious, you need certain dedication. And it's nothing like a traitor. It's nothing like a snitch. It's nothing like a motherfucker that go try to tell your business and juice it up and say, he said, she said. These people should be dealt with. And that's the feeling that Farrakhan was speaking with. And I know, and I'm not saying I don't like Malcolm X, because I like Malcolm X as a personality, just like I like Dr. Sebi as a personality. I'm giving you something beyond the personalities. I don't know Malcolm X. I can't tell you nothing about that brother personally, but I've watched the story and I got the gist of it. And I said, okay, that's what happened. I see what happened. The Nation of Islam is a nation of themselves, just like the United States of America. They feel, as any man should feel, that they have the right to be sovereign of the nation if they don't want to be. And they were there before you because we have indigenous blood in us. And we were brought here. We have the African American are mixed with indigenous Indian. We're mixed. We should get the same rights as the Indian because our ancestors we're mixed. We're a mixed breed between European, the colonizer, the Indigos, the Indian people that were already here, and African people that were slaves. So because the African gene, its germ is strong, it overtakes all the other ones. So we kind of look African. But we're really a blend of these three people that were here. We're a blend of the indigenous American, we're the indigenous American, the African, and the European. That's what African American people are. And so we deserve to be sovereign too. And so we decided today to take our freedom. We decided one day with the Nation of Islam to take our freedom. That's what we decided to do through the Nation of Islam. To take our freedom. And then to do it properly. I see nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with us having our own nation, our own problems, our own issues, handling our own issues. If we have traders, if you trade on the United States of America or Russia or Germany, nigga, they coming for you. They gonna come for you. And don't talk about men and how men do things. Because y'all was the same ones that sat there in 9/11 and seen the conspiracy happen. And niggas went and act like, oh, somebody came over here and bombed us, then went over there and then fucked niggas up, innocent children, innocent motherfucking people, blew their motherfucking house just because they were sitting on oil, dog. Listen to me. Because it's bigger than Malcolm X. It's bigger than young Pharaoh. This is men attempting to have sovereignty. Mind your motherfucking business, dog. Stay out the Nation of Islam's business. You feel me? And with your kind of following, dog, you are summoning the same spirit as Malcolm X snitching. And there's a lot of people that will do you. You feel me? Because Elijah Muhammad is bigger than Farrakhan. It's bigger than that. You feel me? So all I'm saying is that, yeah, you playing in hell fire. Like, you playing in hot water, but it don't matter to me because snitches get stitches. You know what they say. Whatever causes effects. I'm just being real with you. You feel what I'm saying? We can't stay out of the white man business because the white man brought his business to us. Somebody said stay out the white man's business. Listen, white man ain't got no business. White man inserted himself in our business and made his business our business. Ain't no white man business. White man ain't got no history. He ain't got nothing. He actually stole everything he had, from Jesus to everything. He ain't got no history. It ain't no such thing as white man business when white man came from us and our lower self. So we gonna check that right there. You feel what I'm saying? You know. But when it comes to the Nation of Islam and young Pharaoh making that documentary about Malcolm X, I feel like young Pharaoh is asking to die. I feel like he's like subconsciously saying, kill me. Please kill me. I don't like my life. Just kill me. Please. This is when I'm looking at this video, I'm like, wow, this brother really is summoning death. This nigga just want to die. You might as well go ahead and kill yourself, nigga. I'm serious. If y'all understood the severity of it, and it's just like none of y'all gonna say anything. When you look at him on a subconscious level, I'm like, yo, brother, you snooping yourself in other people's business, bruh. Like, you should really mind your business. But I think he want to be a martyr. I don't know if he want to check out and want to be a martyr. So if he died, we could put him on t-shirts and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, young Pharaoh. But nigga, when we look at young Pharaoh, we gonna look back, we not gonna see no real history, nigga. You ain't gonna be nobody. You ain't make no change. You ain't made no change. You ain't did shit. We gonna look back and see nothing but what? Snitching. Minding other motherfucking people business. Being chatty patty. Nigga, look at what you doing, dog. Look at what you doing, dog. We gonna be able to look back and be like, oh yeah, young Pharaoh did what? He trolled, nigga. This nigga was a troll. Oh yeah, this nigga, and he said he would work at McDonald's. What? What? Work at McDonald's? Dog, I like, oh hell no. So I just want to get a young boy some advice, because I know I can't call him up. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up and mind your business. And apologize to the Nation of Islam. And mind your fucking business, nigga. And don't be talking about what Malcolm X said, nigga. You ain't Malcolm X, nigga. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you to pop up and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to summon Malcolm X energy and I'm going to come forth and talk about Malcolm. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Mind your business, dog. Mind your business, dog. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You decided to piggyback off that energy because you want to be clout chase. You clout chasing, bro. Like, go sit down, shut the fuck up, and go sit down. Go apologize, nigga. Because what you doing is disrespectful in that sense. But then again, these young boys out here screaming to die. You know what I'm saying? Dumb. Young dumb. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, so then there's that, and then there's the fact that I told you what happened with Malcolm X. I think that we should understand. I don't think people understand what the Nation of Islam is doing and what they're trying and attempting to do. I think I'm Carbon Nation. They're nation building. I'm nation building. Anytime you nation building, you sovereign and you in your own world. For someone to go back to the European system is just like a house nigga, overseer, officer, snitch. You know what I'm saying? Snitching niggas whole shit out. For what? And then that's the role you want to take? You want to be a snitch? Okay. Now I'm cool. I don't have a problem with young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? He like to snoop himself in people's business and be chatty patty, tell people business, be chatty patty, but he got a consequence to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't come free. You don't think you think you just gonna go running people's lives and that shit don't come with no consequence, nigga. Your day is coming, nigga. It's coming, and you just stupid. You feel what I'm saying? Just dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I just wanted to say that, and also I wanted to say, like I said in the very beginning of this video, it's not about race. It's about who's the smartest, who can outsmart who. That's what it's always been about. It's not about money. It's about who's the wisest, who's the smartest. Because the smartest man can overpower the next man. And that's why they want anybody that think for themselves or that is really wise, that's organizing, they want them dead. Because they're conflict of interest. My advice to all of us is to leave Babylon. Leave the white man system. Stop trying to fit in. We already sold our soul away. So-called African American people, we already sold our land away. We can't buy land because we can't get an allodial title. Anybody that tell you that they own land in the United States do not own that land. Trust me. That's why you got to pay taxes. You don't own shit. You'll never be able to own shit because you would need something called an allodial title. An allodial title, they don't give those out no more. That means you are the sovereign owner of that shit, and that's it. You pay taxes one time and it's yours. They will never give you that opportunity. Period. You understand what I'm saying? So you look into the allodial title. Even your car, you don't get your car's title is a birth certificate. You don't even on your title, you don't even own your car by yourself. The state and you own your car. You are not sovereign and own your own car yourself. No, you do not. The state and you owns that car. Because they made that piece of metal. Can you make a car? No, you didn't make a car, so you can't fucking own it. That metal, they alchemized it. That's theirs. They birthed it. They created it, what they say. And so even on your title, you will see it says the state of Georgia or the state of Maryland and you partners in owning it. In your business as well. You do not own your business. If you owned your business, you wouldn't have to pay nobody no motherfucking taxes because it would be yours. But you paying taxes to show you that it's not yours. And if you don't pay them taxes, you won't have a business because it's called mob shit. That's mob shit. You know, a mob, they come and tell you, look, pay me money and I'll protect your business and you can continue to have business. And if you don't pay it, then we'll just shut you down. This is how you know it's not yours. This is plain and simple. So my advice to you would go and move far away from Babylon as you can. Now, at first, when I left Babylon, the first thing I did was I went extreme because I wanted to be sovereign so bad. I went extreme. I just went straight out in the nature.